What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 56 of The Climb, here with Luzenak today. It's the start of February, everyone, we're back, and it's a double header today, yes. For those of you out there who say, Jack, we want more matches per episode, whilst I can never guarantee to do this on the regular, just because it makes episodes too long, today we have two games that are just too good to miss. The first of which is going to be in the French Cup quarter-final against Lyon. I don't think we've ever got this far in the French Cup, everyone. We're usually kind of useless in this competition. Today we are going to cross our fingers, our toes and everything else and hope that we can get a result against Lyon. And well, since you were last here, one thing we haven't done is get a result against Lyon. It turns out they're blooming good, are this French Lyon side. And well, we played 2 games since you were last here, in fact. Of course, last episode against Nantes, it was disappointing, really, but we were still unbeaten, so I had some optimism about me, and well, in the first game, we spanked Saint Etienne 2-0. One of only 2 games we've played since you were last here, but this was convincing. 6 different goal scorers. I could hit this watch goals button, but we'd be here for like half an hour. It's not worth it. The big news was really that Bra ran the show as deep line playmaker. Also got a goal from a penalty spot, so it wasn't a sexy goal by any means, but it was a goal nevertheless, and he's blooming good, isn't he, this 20-year-old? The only downside really being the fact he can't jump, he's a bit one-footed, and the inconsistency, which I don't love. I feel like we're very, very good, actually, when it comes to our consistency. Across the front line, we have players who are consistent. Lopez, you are the exception. You've ruined it for me there. But Ari obviously is super consistent. Sesko up front loves important matches and is inconsistent. And to me, consistency is key. If you can have a group of players that you know when you start them, when you play them, they're going to be at their peak most of the time, that's important. And well, I think that shows actually in the form we've had so far this year, especially going forward. We are very rarely contained. And well, in the second game that we played, we weren't contained against Lyon, today's first opposition. And well, what a game this was. I feel like this next game that we're about to do can't match this one. It finished 4-3 in the end. Kahinde with the first goal of the match. Yeah, that was annoying, wasn't it? 8 minutes gone, he finds the back of the net. And then Rengama finds the back of the net for a second time for them. 2-0 down after 14 minutes. You might think the panic would set in. It didn't. Huskaric to the rescue. He didn't save the day. He's come in, he's flown in like a superhero, but he couldn't do enough. He got a quick fire double in the 30th and 34th minute. Unfortunately, the real hero of this story was Francisco Trincao of Lyon. He was very good, of course, a player that we're familiar with if you've watched Lyon live, because when we managed this opposition, we signed him ourselves. It turns out he's quite good, although for his first goal of the game, it was a bit of a self-destructive moment. But it was 3-2 at the break. In the second half, it was a bit slow by comparison. Sesko scored, though, for us in the 74th minute to make it 3-3. With 15 minutes left, you had to wonder what could happen next. Where was this going to go? It wasn't going to go in our favour. Trincao popped up again in the 90th minute, like a dagger through my heart, like watching my own son betray me. He scored to make it 4-3, and that was that. Yeah, as I said, I think today's first game isn't going to match that, unfortunately, but we're going to do our best to at least get revenge. And, well, in terms of team news for today's 2 matches, the great news is, besides Barry Marsden coming back from injury, we're getting closer and closer to a full-strength team, which is useful, I suppose, to say the very least. Sadella can probably come back in for Galvez at this point. Of course, Sadella's been out for a long time with injury. At the moment can play, well, as you saw there, up to 75 minutes if we just look at his injury history. He's had a few little issues over recent months, but out with pulled ankle ligaments for the last couple of weeks. Still recovering from that now, really. But a chance today to perhaps give him some fitness. Of course, this is the French Cup, so this isn't the be-all or end-all. And in terms of our league position off the back of that win and loss, we are up to 3rd ahead of Marseille. Nancy in 2nd. I want to do better than them. That's got to be the aim. You can see here the Europa League draw still hasn't happened, but we are, of course, into the knockout stages. And Lyon, if you were just wondering, by comparison, are now 6 points behind us in the league, so they are going very strong themselves. A little bit of a gap emerging between them and perhaps the trailing pack. So anyway, let's get into this game. Of course, a double header, so we're not going to do any messing around. Well, there's not a great deal to talk about. It's only been 2 matches since we were last here, but this game against Lyon, or rather, the previous game against Lyon and the PSG game, are just matches I've had my eye on for the longest period of time, and I continue to look at them, I suppose, as games to do well in. But of course, the French Cup game here, got in the way. It ruined everything. So the French Cup, I mean, I want to say it's not a priority. At this point, we're in the quarterfinals. We've never made it this far. We've never made it to the semi-finals. I would like some silverware at some point. Of course, FM21, I'm already conscious of the fact it's on the horizon. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to win at least some silverware with Luznac before the end. Otherwise, it'd be very anticlimactic. And whilst, you know, I dream of it being European silverware, the reality is that I would take a French Cup. It wouldn't be quite as sexy, but I'd claim it as a small success. Anyway, we have a chance here. Marlon Adriano, first real opportunity of the game. A free header at the near post, held by Pedro Jorge. And, well, Leon maybe looking to build from the back. And, well, I say that, they just lumped it forward to Tabuni. Huge stop, though, by Tomov in goal. What a stop that is. The master of the one-on-ones. He's very, very good at those. He's not got necessarily the craziest eccentricity. He's not got the craziest aerial ability, but he can stop a shot, and he's done so there. Just looking, by the way, at this Leon team, there is no Kahinde in the starting 11. They have rotated their team. I'm playing full strength. I want to do well here. I say I'm playing full strength like they're not. They've still got a pretty good team. I can already tell at a glance. The fact they've got Trincao playing kind of implies that. Anyway, at the break, as I suspected, it's not matched up to the game that I didn't do on camera. Of course, it was never going to match that 4-3 game, that ding-dong battle. It's 0-0 at the break. We'll get a bit shouty, see if we can turn things around. Brah, by the way, you got man of the match in the last game. My assistant is telling me, bit injury-prone today. Or not injury-prone, error-prone. I hope he's not injury-prone, otherwise that would be a revelation. Right, can we build from the back? Ensoki switches the ball over to Felipe Jonathan. Huskaric now. Acres of space inside to Lopez. Can he finish it? No. Straight at the keeper. Wasted opportunity. I feel like last game that we had against Leon, every chance was a goal, on my word, Kene. 7 goals for him this year. I wonder how many have been goals like that. That was weird, wasn't it? A tap in for him at the back post. And it's 1-0. I'm going to celebrate it, even though it's a slightly rotated team for them. 1-0 up. Huskaric whips it in. It bounces straight at the shins of Kene. Bundled over the line. I'm not sure what degree of technique was used there, but he's punching the air like he's at a rave. And you know what? He's sending us partying. Although, defensively, there's lots of yellow on display. Lots of yellow cards for our defenders, which does leave me a little on edge. Lopez to Ari. What can he do? Takes it down. Can he finish it? Can he finish it? No, he cannot. Despite having slightly fewer shots than Leon, I think it would be fair to say that we have had the best of the opportunities, and another one here, a long throw. Lopez flicks it on, just over the crossbar. Leon now with the goal kick. 25 minutes left of the game. We're still a goal ahead, and to be fair, they've not had many chances in this half, although they have just brought on Kahinde. Right, nobody panic, remain calm. We're going to bring Kofi on the right, just because I like Kofi, although Huskaric has kind of started playing more often. And Gadget, you're going to come on today for Sesko. Sesko, who was so important actually in the game previously against Leon, but has been incredibly quiet today, is going to make way for the European Golden Boy. Is it Golden? Is that the name of the Golden Boy Award? I'm still not sure he deserved to win it, even as his manager, but it's cool to be able to claim a Luznac player won that award, right? Anyway, they cut inside, they hit it over. I feel like this is just going to fit. It's got 1-0 written all over it. There has not been many chances in this game. And maybe I'm saying that more out of hope than anything else because, well, they've got the ball and they're bringing it forward here. Thomas back to Rual. Rual? I don't know. Rual, I think is how you'd say it. Who knows? Anyway, they're through. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my. Tomov. It was offside. The keeper didn't know it was offside. That was a great little stop. We'll take that all day, every day. As I said, 1-0 written all over it. Just keep saying it, Jack. Then it'll finish 1-0. I'm going to take off Sardella and bring in Nolan Galvez just to, make sure that for the last 5 minutes he doesn't pick up another injury. I was told 75 minutes. I've ignored the doctor and given him 85. And it does finish 1-0. I mean, I kind of wish that we'd won 1-0 in the league, but that is football, isn't it? Kene, not the most classic of goals, not the most classic of games, but we're through to the French Cup quarter-final, everyone. The Coupe de France. I don't know who we have. Is the draw made? I feel like the Coupe de France draw is made all the way through. Who are we going to play? Okay, I am misremembering. Anyway, I need to get my head in the game, apparently. Apparently, I've not been paying enough attention in class. We have got 4 days to wait, and we've got PSG at home. I'm nervous for it. I'm hoping for a bit of revenge, because we've been pretty poor against them in the last few live comms. I need to beat them live. Maybe we can do it today. Let's do this. Okay guys, so we are back here, game number 2 against PSG. I'm nervous for this. We have never done well against PSG traditionally. We have beaten them once in 5 meetings. Can we make it twice in 6? It would be nice to do so today, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, I think regardless of the result today, it's not going to change the status quo too much in terms of how this league season is going. PSG are quite good. For us, really, I think as much as anything, it's about just showing a degree of competitiveness. I do not believe in any of the AI clubs to be able to challenge PSG in the next couple of seasons. I think that task is very much on us. So let's try it and be competitive against them today, I suppose, as a starting point. I think that's where things have to begin. And of course, we come in off the back of that last win. You might wonder, Jack, where did PSG come in off the back of? Well, they also were in the Coupe de France. They beat Monaco 6-0. Yeah. It was a day closer than our last game was. So they're a bit more tired than us, maybe. That's probably not how it works. But yes, they embarrassed Monaco. I mean, they've not conceded in their last 5, so that would be a good little starting point to get a goal. You can see here, they have got the Champions League against Barcelona coming up. Meanwhile, for us in the Europa League, the draw still hasn't happened. I don't know, when does the Europa League draw happen? I think we enter at a slightly different stage because we finished top of the group. I might be mistaken there. Either way, I'm waiting for the day where it comes. When it comes, I'll let you know what's going on, of course. I envisage the Europa League taking a bit of priority in upcoming episodes, and so you probably will see more double headers because of all the Europa League football going on. Anyway, in terms of team news for today's game, James Connolly was playing for the reserves, so sorry, mate, you can't play in this game, so I'll bring it in Soleil there. And I'm just wondering if I want to make any further changes. I don't think I do. If you're wondering about, by the way, the players who are ineligible, it just means that the reserve team also played today, which, well, they did. I think this is the team we're going to go with. I thought we looked pretty good against Lyon last time out. We kept a clean sheet. It was a pretty comfortable display. So Ardella, of course, got a bit more fitness now. And across the board, we look good. The only player really missing is Barry Marsden at centre-back. But Nsoki, he's looked surprisingly solid so far. Of course, we signed him from Villa for 7 million. We had kind of that money to spare. He came in to be a centre-back who could also play left-back. By all accounts, he's done okay so far. He's not made like a horrific error, which I think is the low benchmark which some of our players set ourselves here at Luzenac. We've had our fair share of defensive clangers over the years. Perhaps less recently with Marlon Adriano and Barry Marsden, to be fair, at the centre-back positions. But nevertheless, we're going to have to be at our best today. No clangers, please. Let's see a great goalkeeping performance and hopefully a clinical striking performance when we do get chances. The fact that Ari's got booked after 2 minutes does scare me slightly. Anyway, worth noting that Ari, who you might remember, he was crying about wanting a move for weeks, if not months. He's just, well, I want to say he's put pen to paper on a new contract. The contract is in the post. He's not signed it yet, but there is a new contract offer coming his way to extend his contract by, I think to 4 years long, which would be very nice, as Lopez has an effort from range which is parried wide. Lyon, I noticed, 2-0 up against Marseille. Marseille, by the way, the team that we've been drawn against in the Coupe de France semi-final. It's going to be in mid-March. I feel like we have to come back for that now. Unfortunately, we know that PSG are the likely team waiting for us in the final. So if that is to be the case and we are to make it to the final, getting a result here, getting a mental edge over PSG could be useful as Lopez runs, strikes it, and he hit it well. Unfortunately, he also hit it wide of the post. Half an hour gone, despite only having 35% of possession. We've looked okay so far. I've probably now jinxed us as they've got a set piece. It's whipped in. Can we deal with it? Can we deal with it? I mean, yes, that was... I don't know how that's not ended up in the back of the net, but Huskaric, go on, Huskaric. Go on, my friend. I thought he was going to get past Kayana Hulver as well to find the back of the net. That was how I imagined it. Football never goes how you imagine it. It remains 0-0, but chances each way. And while Kai Havertz picked up by Leon Bailey for PSG, their team is nuts. Their team is just sillily good, isn't it? Havertz, Moriba, I mean, just think when you think they can't have a better star player, they pass it to Moriba at centre mid. The world is not fair. PSG are not fair, and that was not fair by us, was it? We just gave away a penalty. Felipe Jonathan, the captain, the player who's done so well this year, he's let us down. Tomov, I'm looking at you, my friend. The Bulgarian beast from the east. Can he save it? No. Lautaro Martinez. Another name to add to this Galacticos list. They're very good, aren't they? They are very good. The PSG team in this save game is just ridiculous. I know that PSG are traditionally, obviously, immense in Football Manager, but having managed in France a few times, this is one of the best teams I've seen them put together. It is genuinely ridiculous just how good they are. Anyway, Kimpembe here at the back. Playing it to Marquinhos. Can we win the ball off him? It'd be a dangerous area to win it, that is for certain. 37 minutes on the clock. We're struggling for the ball. PSG are having a lot of chances, but we've had our own fair share of opportunities, albeit from range. So I don't really want to panic change anything too soon here. Anyway, Alex Merritt at the back to Kimpembe. I mean, we're pressing... Have you ever seen two strikers press like that in Football Manager? Some people ask me, Jack, what do you want in FM21? Logical pressing, everyone. The keeper... Sorry. Tomov. Over here. There's a football match going on, mate. Pay attention. What's just happened here? Our goalkeeper has... I think our goalkeeper's discovered the meaning of life. He's just not moved. He's just not... Tomov, mate. He's got distracted. He's having a chat with the right centre-back and the ball's been played through. It's 2-0. Let's make sure it's only 2-0 at the break, please. Martinez. 2 goals in 3 minutes. That was absolutely terrible. Get shouty. I'm going to push the DMs forward, I think, here. We'll play Bra still as a deep line playmaker. Kahinde, box-to-box midfielder. Lopez, you know what? Lopez? Go and be a striker, friend. Go and be a striker. And you know what? Gadjic, I'm actually going to bring you on for Lopez. Lopez has disappointed me as of late. Gadjic is a pretty good deep line forward, as you can see here. And we're going to call upon him today. Anyway, Sesko, Gadjic, get a goal between you. That would give me some hope, perhaps, for the rest of the game if we could score early. Although we've got a long throw to deal with here. I know it's a bold move at 2-0 down against PSG to throw on a second striker. But you know what? Sometimes you've got to be bold in life. Sometimes you've got to grab the ball by its horns. And sometimes you've got to grab the PSG by its centre-backs or something. I mean, Ari's maybe got a chance here. Through to Sesko. Now with Gadjic. Go right. Sardella's there. Options in the middle. They're lining up. What a tackle that was by Kimpembe. And now Sardella's surrounded. 3 men on him. But we get it away. Ari squares it. Sesko, let's go. How have I never said that before? Sesko, let's go. It's catchy. It's like a tune. 2-1. Come on, we're back in the game, maybe. Sardella, by the way, here. Superb play. 3 men surrounding him, smothering him. He manages to wrestle them off him, get the ball away, and then Sesko picked out by Ari. Very unselfish by Ari. I was half expecting him to smash it into the side netting, but he did square it. And it's 2-1. Let's get it shouty. A few players looking nervous, which is not what I want to see here. I want to see players who are cool, calm, and collected. As PSG bring the ball forward here. Back now to Todibo. Their team is actually insane. Mbappe now with Renan Lodi. Whips it across. Huskaric, though, gets it away to Gadjic. The Serbians linking up Sesko. Sesko, where are you going? Can he finish it? Alex Merritt. Huge save round the post. I thought it was in. I was getting ready to celebrate the turnaround. It's been parried wide. We do have a corner here. Huskaric, can you... I mean, there's no Barry Marsden in the middle. It's just not going to happen. There's no Barry, no party. And how are gone? I've already made one change. Ari has got an assist, but he's looking nervous, which I detest. So you know what? Harvey Elliott, come on down. Like a game show contestant. We'll bring him on. I'm going to hold on to the other sub for now. Huskaric, what can you do? Bra. Lovely ball over to Felipe Jonathan. Gave away the penalty. Can he make amends here? No, he can't. Oh dear, 25 minutes. I mean, this is competitive. Which I think against PSG, who have drawn one and lost one all year and won the rest, to be 2-1 down in a game where, let's be honest, both teams have had chances is quite nice. I feel like we've done an okay job here. Kofi, final sub of the game, final roll of the dice. I want to shout at them, but apparently I've shouted at them too much. My manager's voice has gone. The ball lumped forward towards, Sesko, but unfortunately he's a bit isolated. PSG bringing it down this far side, whipping it into the mixer. Missed everyone, but Renan Lodi's there. His cross is blocked. Sardella wins it. Could we couch them out of position? No, is the answer. Kimpembe reads it, although back pass to Alex Merritt. Could we have a goalkeeping clanger? I don't recall seeing a recent kind of massive goalkeeping howler in Football Manager. Used to be like an ever-present part of the game 5 years ago. You see a couple every season. Certainly don't see them nowadays compared to how you used to, which is nice. Elliot picked out. What a ball that was. Sardella, you've got green grass ahead of you, son. There's options in the middle, son. He skips past one. He whips it back post. Kofi's there. It's 2-2. It's 2-2 for Lausanne. And PSG, who have only drawn one and lost one all year, find themselves from 2-0 up, pegged back to 2-2. Sardella again at right back. What a king. What a man. The volley as well into the top corner. Pretty good technique. You might think at this point, Jack, you're going to go more defensive, right? Absolutely blooming not. We are going to keep things as they are. Maybe the 4-4-2's the future. Maybe this is how we should play. Sardella. Oh, don't tempt me, Football Manager. Don't give me hope. Where are you going? Sardella whips in. Sesko's there! It's 3-2 Lausanne. What an insane performance this could be. What an insane comeback. Benjamin Sesko, this is not what was meant to happen. This was not in the script. I'm giving off far too many emotions for a game that, in the grand scheme of things, only really guarantees us top 4 football. Potentially come the end of the year. It doesn't even guarantee us that. But you know what? 2-0 down. Oh, don't do this to me, Football Manager. Don't do this to me. Stop it. Stop it. Huge tackle by Felipe Jonathan. Oh, give us a fourth. Give us a blooming fourth. Sesko, please pass it. Please pass it, Sesko. Please. He's threaded it through. Gadget. We'll pretend that never happened. We pretend that never... If they now score, I'm looking at that miss and crying. Tomov holds on to it. He's awake now. Oh my word. I need to lay down after this. I'm glad we're not doing a triple header. Otherwise, I would not be able to utter words for the next match. The ball forward. Elliot, can you get there? He can get there. Chase him, Harvey. Hunt him. Look at this pressing. I mean, I say look at this pressing. He's now backing off. We don't want to leave them with too much space in behind to play the ball. But I'll tell you what, the 4-4-2s look pretty good, hasn't it? 3 minutes left of this game. The highlight hasn't ended. That leaves me nervous. Although we've won the ball here. To Sardella. Where are you going, Sardella? Where are you going? He's bringing it forward. He whips it back post. Kofi's there. It's just over the bar. I mean... We're playing on the front foot, and it's kind of working, and it has worked. Oh my word, that is perhaps the best result we've had in, well, I want to say in Lausanne history, certainly in a live com here at Lausanne. What an insane performance that is. That is a huge result. PSG, they've lost 2 games all year. That, my friends, was one of them. We were 2-0 down at the break. Sesko, man of the match. Remember the people who doubted Benjamin Sesko. Doubt him no more. Doubt him no more. What a huge couple of goals for him. Felipe Jonathan praises my team talk. I'm a genius. Tactical genius at its best. Huge performance. 3-2. Oh, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? It just doesn't get much better than that. That is absolutely incredible. And hopefully that is going to set us on our merry way. In terms of the next episode, we're going to be doing the Europa League knockout games. As you can see, we've got them coming up in actually the very near future, which is quite exciting and worth looking forward to. I still don't know when the draw is for that. So I guess we'll just go into tomorrow's episode with a degree of excitement. And as I suspected, it is going to be the second knockout round. The first knockout round going on at the moment. But yeah, European knockouts to look forward to. Hopefully we can have some inspiring performances like that one against PSG. What an insane game that was. Not bad for a little team in the Pyrenees Mountains, if I might say so myself. Anyway, just one more thing that I completely forgot to mention. We are in the process of a board takeover. Will it happen? Won't it happen? You'll have to tune in next time to find out. I don't know. It's kind of random, isn't it, in Football Manager? I feel like most of the time they fail, but if it happens, it happens. We will adapt and overcome, just like we did today. Anyway, folks, that's going to be all from me today. Hopefully you enjoyed the live com doubleheader. Drop a like on it if you did. Thank you, as always, for keeping up with the series and watching it as it comes live to you. I will see you guys again very soon. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.